One of the things that Spirit told me that I needed to start doing is extending the grace that I give myself to others, especially with the people in my family. Because one, this is the first time I'm telling my truth, but also this is the first time that they're hearing my truth. What do I mean by that? For the longest time, I want to say since I was a child, I've been depressed. Didn't know that, didn't find that out um, until my late 20s when I started my healing journey. I started going to therapy and having sessions with Miss Kim. Like, she's actually the one who told me that I was depressed. And I was like, damn, I am. I am. But before then, I just thought it was normal. I thought feeling like that was normal. I thought functioning like that was normal. So when I started speaking out about these things, once I realized that it's not normal, when I started speaking out about these things, about my abandonment issues, about my sexual trauma, a lot of the family members didn't know. Well, majority of my family members didn't know because one, I didn't tell anybody. Sorry, y'all, if y'all hear my dog in the background, he's chewing on a toy like it's about to disappear. So with that being said, it was news to them, but it was also new for me to start speaking my truth. It was new for them to hear it, but it was new for me to start speaking it. So just like the same grace that I allowed myself, Spirit was telling me that I had to extend it to them as well. And not just extend it to any and everybody, extend it to those who it was warranted to, because sometimes your grace isn't, you shouldn't extend your grace to everybody. Sometimes you gotta curse people out and let them know where the fuck they got you fucked up at. But, like, even with my depression, my dad didn't even know how bad it was. Especially in my teen years, my dad didn't know anything about my depression until later on, like, well off until my 20s. And even now, he still doesn't know the depth of my depression and how bad it was or how bad it had gotten. And that's not to say that he's a bad parent. No, he's not a bad parent. It's just that a lot of the things that I go through, I internalized it because I didn't feel safe enough to express it or to ask for help. So my asking for help was me acting out of sorts or having a rebellion or being not having but being a rebellious teenager. What actually prompted this download was I was thinking about a conversation that I had with my cousin Ashley, and I was talking to her about one of my aunts, whatever, and she was saying that she loves you. She loved you the best way that she loved you in the way that she could, and because I have been studying Black Moon Lilith, my Black Moon Lilith placement, and where it sits at in my birth chart, it's been bringing up a lot of inner child stuff. And because it's sitting in my fourth house, a house of house ruled by Cancer, but it's also the home life, family life, it's having me, and because Lilith is now in Libra, it's having me deconstruct and reconstruct my perspective around my family. Now, me extending grace to them is not saying that I give them the okay to treat me or talk to me any old type of way. No, me giving them the grace is that me giving them grace just means that, hey, I understand that this may be the first time you hearing what happened, or this may be the first time of you hearing me speak my truth. And that's okay, and I extended the grace to you because it was a shock to you. Understandable. And if we're taking a deeper dive into my birth chart, my Leo is in Jupiter for me. And it's sitting in my 12th house. We all know, for those of you who are new to astrology, Jupiter is the ruler of the 5th house. And it's, the 5th house rules childhood, creativity, children, all that stuff. So with my Jupiter being in Leo, and with it being in the 12th house, it means that I'm uncovering a lot of stuff that happened in the family, especially family trauma, generational trauma. Now, a lot of my family members didn't like the way that I addressed what happened to me when I was younger, but at the same time, there was basically no solution given. They didn't like that I came out about it so publicly. And because of that, it caused tension, so to speak. And so looking back at it now, I'm realizing and I'm seeing that I was supposed to call it out. I'm the one that's supposed to bring all of this generational trauma to the light instead of sweeping it under the rug as the past matriarchs and patriarchs have done. Mostly the matriarchs. But the whole thing is I'm supposed to shed light on the skeletons of our family so there could be healing. And if you don't pull out these skeletons and these traumas and don't show everybody, especially within the family, there can be no healing. There can be no breaking of this generational trauma or generational curses, as people like to throw around.